y'all shot me over the fact that I left over some food. And I was just going out to Burger King to get myself something to eat and come back home. That's insane. I can't believe it. Like, how the fuck can y'all just be carefree and y'all took away my life? For real, y'all really took away my whole life. And this is like not fair to me because there's some food that I left out. Some food that I left out. Like, that's insane, bro. That's insane as hell. Like, some food that I left out. Some food. And it was all due to the fact that I didn't want to come home. Like, but I didn't have no money. I was really making money and everything. The folks that shot me took away my ability to enjoy. And y'all doing everything. And it's, I'm trying to live my life. But how can you restrict somebody's breath from to somebody that can help? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. I should not be signing. I'm like this right now. Y'all don't care. Y'all can't hire for y'all want. Imagine y'all getting shot. And y'all done can't eat. That's insane. You deserve it.
On June 21, 2025, in Albany, Georgia, a 26-year-old man was in critical condition after being shot in the back of the neck. When the police arrived, they found him paralyzed and fighting for his life. His father was standing there. So was his father's boyfriend. And the argument that led to this was because Akil left food out after eating. Before we get too deep, hit the like button, share your take in the comment, and tap subscribe with the bell so you never miss the next episode of Deranged Mind. 26-year-old Akil Searcy was born in Cleveland, Ohio, but eventually moved to Albany, Georgia, where he studied at Albany State University. Akil worked regular jobs to support himself and make ends meet while chasing his career as a music producer at Mellow Trap Beats. Now Akil's father is Des Searcy. Des runs a business in Albany called Daddy Des Kitchen. He's a chef, known locally for his tasty Thursday meal plates. Lasagna, garden salad, garlic bread, Daddy's caramel cake, mac and cheese, baked or bacon-wrapped chicken. The kind of comfort food that brings people together. Des raised his two children, Akil and his sister Alea, mostly on his own and believes in strict discipline. There was an incident that made local news a few years back, where Des made his teenage daughter walk to school in the rain because she'd stayed up too late on her phone and missed the bus.
An Albany father makes his teenage daughter walk to school while he posted on Facebook. It was all to teach her a lesson. He says his daughter's excessive phone use makes her late for school and has nearly cost her job. WALB News 10's Denisha Pearson spoke with the father, who says people called the police on him, but he says he was only trying to discipline his child.
Mind is walking all the way to school this morning because she thinks this life revolves around her.
Desmond Searcy says his daughter stayed up too late using her cell phone, so when she missed the bus Friday, he took matters into his own hands, literally.
This is my child, and I'm going to break some stuff up out of her.
I don't want people to think that I'm just this horrible parent that's out here just abusing my daughter and treating her wrong or anything like that.
Searcy says people in Albany called authorities when he tried to make her walk to Westover High School in the rain.
So I have been telling her for days and weeks and months, you're 17 now. Life is going to bite you in the butt if we don't nip this in the butt. Now, the next time anything like this happens with this cell phone, there's going to be consequences.
Searcy, who trailed his daughter as she walked from their Gillionville Road apartments, has been raising his 20-year-old son and his daughter alone for 13 years.
And then on top of that, your supervisor wants to fire you at work for being on your cell phone and just a whole myriad of things. So I decided to let her walk to school this morning.
He says his daughter has a 3.5 GPA and he plans to keep it that way. He tells me she's a good kid, but she hasn't been listening to him for the last 3 years, something he wants her to learn before she goes to college next year.
But if you can't follow the rules at home, you're going to have difficulty following the law. And once these police get a hold to these kids, and you've seen the viral videos, people are being shot, People are being beat.
Searcy said this life lesson was interrupted after he was stopped by Daugherty County Police. He says they stopped him at a church not far from his apartment and made him drive her the rest of the way.
Ultimately, I want my daughter to know, and I want everybody in the city to know, I love my children. I promise I do. But what I'm not going to do is raise a child that society says is not a productive component to society, and then that makes it look bad on me.
That level of control didn't stop there. Akil and Alea's mother is Sharita Carthon. Sharita is a celebrity sales method author and has been featured on several platforms. She works as a brand precision expert at Urban Classic Design and has been a digital creator for a long time. Des and Sharita separated years ago. After they split, Des came out and started dating men. Eventually, he had a boyfriend who became a fixture in the home where Akil and Alea lived. Des reportedly had custody of the kids for at least 13 years, raising Akil and Alea. The boyfriend also moved in, so the kids lived in that house with their father and his partner. But inside that home, tension existed. 26-year-old Akil had his own life, his own work, his own music dreams, but was still under his father's roof. And Des's rules applied to everyone. On June 21, 2025, Akil reportedly ate something, left the food out, and also left dishes on the table. He was planning to go to Burger King, grab some food, come back and clean up. But Des and his boyfriend saw it differently. An argument started, then it escalated and Akil was shot in the back of his neck. The effect was so severe, damaging his aortic valve and affecting his spine. When paramedics arrived, Akil was paralyzed. He couldn't move from the neck down. Des was standing there, so was his boyfriend. One of them had just hurt him simply over food left on a table. Akil survived and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors performed emergency procedures, but told Sharita that he would be permanently paralyzed from the neck down. Sharita had to leave her husband in Ohio and move to Atlanta permanently. She became Akil's full-time caregiver, never knowing if each day will be the one she loses him.
You said you fighting, baby?
Yeah. I'm fighting a lot. I can't.
We're very proud of you, Akil.
Okay, go back to sleep.
We're very proud of you.
Sharita isn't just dealing with the emotional trauma, but also with the financial devastation.
Anita with Shine, I just want to say, and Akil wants to say, thank you so much for your love, for your kindness, for your texts, for your phone calls, for the scholarships. Thank you so much for thinking of us in this very, very fragile time. We love you. We appreciate you. And in this act of love, we know that hope wins again. Thank you.
Akil's insurance maxed out, so she's now responsible for 20% of a hospital bill that exceeds $750,000. She set up a GoFundMe asking for help, prayers, and anything that could ease the burden. But her real concern is getting justice for Akil. Des's boyfriend, who was accused of being responsible, was taken into custody. But Des is still free. Sharita doesn't believe the story. She believes her ex-husband orchestrated the entire thing. She believes the boyfriend is taking the fall out of loyalty, out of love, out of some twisted sense of protection.
Hey guys, it's Rita. And this right here is my ex. He's the one who orchestrated the plot to have my son shot and left for dead. If you are not familiar with the series, definitely go back and watch the videos. But in a nutshell, people had the number one question of why. Why would somebody like him want to shoot in his son and leave him for dead? Well, I did post the full police report so that you can break that down. And the internet aunties and uncles, investigators, are going to have a field day with that one. But let's get back to him. He shot him for no reason at all. When I say no reason at all, I really mean that. He shot him, or he had him shot, or there was a shooting because my son didn't keep the house clean. Or he didn't keep his room clean. So he had to scold him. He had to reprimand him. He had to let him know who was in charge, because ain't no way in the world that you should have a dirty room. You should die. You should be unalive because your room is not clean. That is the reason why my son was shot. Okay? Now, let's get down to the details. So, I went to Albany, Georgia today. I did. And because I needed to get all of the details. So when I'm telling you this story, I needed you to know every single detail because it's so important to understand how he just literally got away with attempted murder. Here we go. So, according to the detective, my ex made sure that she got the ring camera footage in her home of the boyfriend holding a gun in the ring camera and walking to the room. Now, who was in the room? My son was in the room. My ex was in front of my son, and his boyfriend was behind him. So the way it goes is that the boyfriend allegedly, was sick and tired of the back and forth between his lover and his lover's son, and he wanted to do the heroic thing and help save him and shoot my son for justice for his lover. That's the way it's set up. But according to the footage, you can't see who shot the gun whatsoever. So after the gun is shot, my son goes down. This guy right here, like a fuck ass coward he is, runs out and waits for the police to make sure that he establishes an alibi that his lover was the one that shot him. He didn't just establish an alibi that his lover was the one who shot him. He had to ensure that they knew that he was the one. So this fuck ass nigga literally made sure that he gave the ring camera footage to the cops to say, look, he has a gun on camera. Don't you find that suspicious? Okay. So anyway, everyone in the house is questioned. Everyone in the house is, questioned about exactly what happened. So the boyfriend says, look, I didn't do this, but I would do anything for him. Because I love him. That is my man. I love him. And he's ruined my life twice. So, it is what it is. That's my boo. We evil twins together. So, whether he did it or not, the boyfriend saying, I'm going to take the rap because that is my man and we ride or die. But you dying and he riding. So they went to the hospital. And you have to know something about this psychotic CIA level narcissist mentalist, okay? What you need to know about this man is he can look at you. He can stare you down. And put the fear of God in you in a way that's uncanny. And he goes to the hospital like an endearing father. And he waits till detectives get to the location. And they're talking to my barely unconscious son. And they're saying, well, did your father shoot you? And he looks at him. And he's just like, no, scared as fuck. And then they say, well, did the boyfriend shoot you? And he looks at this fuck ass nigga again and like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you look at the police report, analyze the police report, which I'm also going to post again after this, you really are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, huh? So initially they said he shot himself. But then later, the boyfriend shot him. And then they didn't know where the shots came from. It just magically appeared, like Lucky Charms. So, in a nutshell, the detective said, well, we have the smoking gun, literally. And the boyfriend is overly excited to plead guilty in self-defense of defending his lover against his horrible son that was literally ravaging his dad. This man right here prides himself, y'all, on evading police. He prides himself on evading law enforcement and tricking judges and tricking public defenders and stuff like that. And he's like a slippery worm. He is. And he has success. Like, it should be studied. And my last thought is, Annalise, Keaton should absolutely have him on the next season of How to Get Away with Murder, because this is about his, sixth time or so, just literally handling the cops and handling police. So if you encounter him, he knows how to untalk or overtalk anybody. It's really fascinating at this point that my own son will never get justice off his father doing the most foul, dirtiest, down low right thing in the world that a father can ever do to a child. But you know what? The blessing is that my son will always be taken care of. And he will never have to worry, ever have to worry about not feeling loved or protected or seen or heard, because that's what real parents who love their kids do.
Akil's sister, Alea, also spoke about what happened. She shared her perspective, her pain, her disbelief at how their family has been torn apart.
I just wanted to make a video just introducing myself. Just wanted to say hi and see how everybody is doing. I would say the last couple days and the last couple weeks have been very intense for our family, but things are starting to level out for us. One thing I wanted to do to push the cause and get awareness of my brother's situation and his condition is to share my artwork with you guys. So I am planning to share my 5 top favorite pieces of artwork and have you guys look at some prints if you're interested in buying some. That's awesome. We're going to have a website. You can go there and see which one you like the best, and you can purchase it to help promote the cause of my brother's condition, and that we are mostly fundraising so that we have the funds to make sure that my brother has everything that he needs and that me and my mom has everything that we need as well. So I hope you guys can support, and if you have anything else that you would like for me to make, any recommendations of artwork, whether it's like food art or portraits, that would be awesome. But I really do appreciate everybody reaching out, all the prayers, all the messages that have been sent to my mom and even me as well in my own personal messages. Thank you so much. And we are doing the best we can, one day at a time. Bye.
The family is fractured. Akil is trapped in a hospital bed. Sharita has a lot of medical bills and grief. And Des is out there free running his kitchen business like nothing happened. On August 25th, Sharita posted a letter directly to Des. She wrote, "Dear Desmond, you will never understand the rage that lives inside me when I look at our son. He is paralyzed, trapped in a body that can't move, can't eat, can't drink, can't even breathe safely, and you carry part of the blame for that. Do you know what it feels like to watch your child nearly slip away twice? To hear code blue and watch machines pump life back into the baby I carried? That memory doesn't leave. It haunts me every single day. I live in hospitals. I sleep in chairs. I wake up to the sound of machines beeping, never knowing if today will be the day I lose him for good. Every time he shows progress, a blink, a breath, I can't even celebrate because I know tomorrow could rip it away. You don't know what it's like to live in constant terror, waiting for the phone call that your child didn't make it through the night. And you get to walk free. You get to act like you weren't part of the chaos that led to this. But I know the truth. His stillness, his suffering, his pain, it traces back to you. Your hands aren't clean. They never will be. I am furious. I am broken. I am drained of everything except the will to keep fighting for him. The only thing holding me together is God. His mercy and the prayers of his people are the bubble gum and popsicle sticks keeping me from falling apart completely. Without him, I'd be gone. Don't ever mistake my survival for strength that comes from me. Comes from him. Our son should be running in the yard, laughing, chasing life. Instead, his life is one endless battlefield. I'm left balancing grief with fear, wondering if I should share a victory or brace for his passing. That's what you left me with. That's what your choices left him with. You don't get to wash your hands of this. His suffering is permanent. My grief is permanent. And my anger toward you will never fade. Forever his mom. Akil remains in the hospital navigating a new reality. He can speak but only with assistance. He can think but his body won't respond. He has to rely on others for everything. Eating, drinking, moving, breathing.
Ready? Your first burger. You ready? Whoa. Ooh. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Oh,
It's worth it.
it was worth it.
It is. I agree with him on that. It's worth it.
It was worth every weird pain, every doctor visit, everything. That mail, like, yeah, boy, you did it. A lot more to go, but that was worth it. For real. But that was good.
Every basic function requires help. The young man who is building a music career, who has dreams and plans and a future, is now confined to a hospital bed. All because he reportedly left food on a table. How does a father allow this? How does a father stand by while his own child is hurt over something so trivial? How does a father value control and discipline so much that he's willing to destroy his son's entire existence? Remember, danger can wear a friendly face. Stay aware, look out for others, and reach out if you need help. See you in the next case on Deranged Mind. Thanks for watching.